What have you to trade for my knowledge, Lisa from the Book?
Perhaps I could help you relearn some manners. I've crossed the threshold of your home and you haven't offered me a drink or even to take my coat.
Damn, yo, this chick got some wit to her, yo. She ain't afraid of Dracula at all. I wonder what happens to her.
Be better than them. Please.
Well, there goes all my investment. So the new Castlevania series has debuted on Netflix, and man, people got a lot to say. Now, personally, I've never played any of the Castlevania games. Specifically, I haven't played anyone from the NES, SNES, or really anything from that era. The first one I played was Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which I still haven't beat, but that's mainly because there's a golden rule written out there that any game that involves side-scrolling, I will suck in it. Mega Man and all the likes included. This movie, from what I understand, is based off of the third Castlevania game, which I kind of find it on. I'm like, why the third one out of all the Castlevania games out there? I mean, personally, I would have preferred if it was based off of Symphony of the Night, not only because that's the one I'm the most familiar with, but from what I understand, that's the one that's the most popular and the one people love. So the first episode deals with the origin story of Dracula. You really get to see just what Dracula is and really get to see the man behind Dracula and really get to see why he hates humanity. Because many times it seems like Dracula is just this dude that's hell-bent on killing humanity, but you never really see why. Pretty much what they do, as you saw in the intro, is they take his wife and they burn her and consider her a witch, even though she wasn't. And that's the thing with this show. There's a lot of lines that are blurred. Not everything is black and white. Nothing is really purely good or purely evil. There's just a lot of mixture of gray. The religious zealots, you know that they're not good people because they're using the name of God to kill and burn people for no reason. And the demons are obviously evil because they're trying to kill humanity. So in the middle of it, it's really the citizens that suffer. So visually speaking, it looks freaking fantastic. It's all animated beautifully. The colors, I think, are freaking fantastic, especially the color of fire and just any type of red or blue just looks amazing, especially because it's a nice contrast to a lot of the dark environments around it. Now, just to say as well, please, please, please watch the show by yourself or with a group of friends, but do not bring your kids involved. This is gory as all hell. It's bloody as hell. It's got a lot of swears, a lot of cursing, and dark humor to boot. And that's what I like. The humor is really well done. It has a very dark and serious tone, but there are moments of humor, especially in the beginning with the bar fight with Trevor Belmont. And also other characters along the way are introduced. Now, it's really hard to talk about the show since the trailer didn't really show too much, and the show was only 4 episodes long for the first season. And really, that's one of my biggest gripes. Really, only 4 episodes. You really couldn't have gone for 8, and they're all right under 30 minutes. So you can pretty much watch this in one sitting, which is pretty much what I did anyways. And I don't necessarily say that's a huge negative, because if the show keeps me wanting more, then that's good. It's because I want to see more of what happens. Now, one criticism that I've noticed a lot of people have been saying in their reviews is that it's not really much like Castlevania from the old school Castlevania. It really has more of its own feel rather than a feel of any of the Castlevania games. And I asked that, what the heck does that even mean? Castlevania has changed so much over the years. I mean, you just look at the titles from the NES to the SNES, PlayStation 1 to the PS2, and then on and on and on to the 360 and the Wii and all that stuff. The tones and style has changed so much. There's no one definitive tone. And even if you are referring to the NES or SNES classics, that's kind of dumb because there is some platforming, and people were saying something about the music too. It should be more like the NES, and they should have taken some tracks from the old Castlevania games. Why? The music here is freaking fantastic. I don't think it needs to do that. I want to play some Symphony of the Night because honestly, I have not beaten that game and I need to beat it soon. So I suggest that we play some Symphony of the Night right now. And this is why I hate this game, yo. It's just so much crap like this. Like, you see me, I'm just trying to fight this boss, you know. I'm just trying to move on with my life.
Regeneration.
And this is why this game is awesome.